So good day everyone, and today I'm here to present to you my very own grammar rule, which is the order of the verb and tense rule, or the sequential rule or rule of sequential. So the order of the verb and tense rule or sequential rule, it is a sentence that contains multiple verbs describing the actions or events. The tenses of the verb and the verb itself must be in chronological order in which happened. Earlier verbs should be in past tense. For example, this is an example without the order of the verb and the tense rule. So, she eats brunch and drank some cola. As you can see, there's already a mistake here in the sentence. And I encircled those mistakes. So, the mistakes are eats brunch and drank some cola. As you can see, the eats brunch is in the present tense, while drank some cola is in the past tense. As you can see, those two verbs are not parallel. We are wondering that did she drink cola first or eat some brunch? To address that, here's the sentence when we apply the rule of order. So, she ate brunch and drank some cola. So, both verbs are in past tense, showing both actions that happened in the past. And as you can see, they are in clear chronological order. No confusions. Okay, the next example. This is an example without the order of the verb and the tense rule. We arrive at the hotel and pack our bags. As you can see, the verb arrive has ed on it, implicating that it is in past tense. And the verb unpack is in a present tense because there is no ed or will word to it. So I encircled the verb, as you can see. So the past tense arrive. The past tense is arrive. And the present tense unpack causes inconsistency because they are not both parallel, as one is in the past tense and one is in the present tense. So here's the example with the order of the verb and the tense rule. We arrive at the hotel and pack our bags. As you can see, both of these verbs follow the correct sequence in the past perfect and present progressive tenses, making it clear for the readers to understand. And another example, without the order of the verb and the tense rule, I went to the bed to sleep and wash the dishes. As you can see, there is already a mistake here in the sentence. First is, I went to the bed to sleep. So the past tense went, the past tense is went, and the present tense wash shows inconsistency because, as I said earlier, went is the past tense of go and the wash is in the present tense. And have you noticed something that doesn't make sense here? Because I went to the bed to sleep and wash the dishes. Like, how come he or she went bed to sleep first at the same time he's going to wash the dishes? Doesn't make sense, right? So, in order for this sentence to be correct, we must interchange wash the dishes and to went to the bed to sleep. And here is the correct sentence. I washed the dishes and went to the bed to sleep. So, both words are aligned, and both of them are in past tense. And we replace the phrases encircled to show the chronological order. So why do we need this kind of rule? So it helps the readers to clearly understand the timeline and the order of the action. Without this rule, sentences can become confusing or misleading, making it unclear when actions took place to the readers. So events described in a sentence should follow the natural progression of the time and events. By maintaining a consistent sequence of tenses and verbs, additionally, the writing becomes smoother and make it easily to understand for the readers itself. Parallelism ensures that similar clauses or phrases are uniform in expression and function. How do we apply this rule in a sentence? First things first is to identify the verbs and tenses in the sentence. So verb is the action word or the doer of the action. The tenses are past tense, present tense, future tense, past participle, past progressive, so on and so forth. Next is to identify the sequence of events. Determine which actions happened first, next, or last in the sentence. Use the verbs and tense in logical order. So it makes the verbs match the timeline. If two actions happen at different points in time, their tenses must reflect that. For example, in past events should be in past tense. The present tense or ongoing action should be in present tense, and future events should be in the future tense. Next, avoid mixing verbs and tenses. So while identifying and listing the verbs and tenses in the sentence, we must avoid mixing those words to avoid confusion to the readers. And 5, know the context of the events in the sentence. So we must identify where the action takes place or when the action takes place. It has clear signal transitions between time frames or using words like after, before, or then to further support those sequential tenses. So that's my take on my own grammar rule, which is the rule of sequential or the order of the verb and tense rule. Thank you and have a good day.